Hello everyone who is watching this video, Stop waiting for them to text, I know you're undelivered, I know you might be unopened, Maybe you're talking stage, maybe you guys are in a relationship, maybe you're in a breakup, But the thing is that if you're waiting for them and you know that they're leaving you delivered for a reason, they're not for you. Okay? They're not for you. Because this shows that I'm telling you, just people out there that's fine with being delivered, that think or being opened, and that realize that it's normal. But I know if you're watching this video, that's not you. That's not you. You want to keep communicating all the time. You want to talk all the time, Maybe take a little break from each other like now and then, but you always want to talk to them, You always want to ask how they're doing on a daily basis, You don't want to just, I know you're overthinking. I know you want them to text back because you love talking to them. But if they're doing this to you, they're not for you, okay? Because you're leading to something more deep. You're digging a deeper hole for you that you can't get out of. That's gonna be harder for you to get out of, which is basically getting closer with them, in a relationship with them. But you don't truly want them because they gotta keep being delivered. Maybe they improve. Good for them. But they changed, man. They changed for you, and that's a good thing. But sometimes that change can obviously bring other things. Because when, let's say if you guys break up, she should tell everybody that, oh, he made me talk to him. He made me, this is not what you want. I'm saying that subsequently, like, all these things are gonna lead to another. If you stay with that one person. If you stay with that one person that you don't truly want, okay? But you know it's truly bad for you. Because if you're waiting for that text message, I know you are. You're waiting for that Snapchat back. I know you're waiting for that reel. You're waiting for all that. And sometimes it'll come, It'll come, it might not come. But most likely it might not come. Okay? I'm just gonna go in different groups right now. But if you're going through a breakup and you're waiting for them to text back, let go, okay? They're not gonna text back. They don't care about you anymore. They don't care how you're feeling. They don't care that you want to talk to them. Because they're trying to forget about you. They're trying to leave you alone. They don't want anything to do with you anymore. I'm sorry, they don't. But to show that it's truly, if they truly do, then leave them alone. Leave them alone. And if it texts you, they text you back saying, I miss you, stuff like that. You want to wait for them to text back. But if they don't, leave them be. Because you're waiting for somebody that you don't truly want, that's bad for you. And that's not who you truly are, Let's say during a relationship you're undelivered, What I want you to do is communicate. Please communicate with them. Say, I don't like how you leave me delivered. I don't like how you're active all the time. And I'm undelivered. That hurts me. Be honest. Because the more you tell yourself and tell yourself that, that she's busy, she's doing her own thing, you're just telling yourself that she's power over you, and you're just hurting yourself. You're just taking a deeper hole that you can't get out of, and it goes up to a serious problem. And there's people out there that do bad things for you, but instead you're the same person that is hurting you, that's making you overthink, that's making you feel worse. Is that what you want? I don't think so. So please communicate. If they don't agree, if you don't say, oh, I'm doing my own thing right now, so I don't want to, then that just, and if you want to try to, if you want this relationship to work, communication is key. And no matter how many times people say it to you, they're not lying. It's true. Because when you're delivered, when you're open, you're overthinking. Oh, did she not want to talk to me? Oh, she's talking to another boy. She gave me other people her attention, and that's not who you want. There's people out there in the world that maybe want that. They don't want to be in a relationship that's so committed, But if you're watching this video, you probably do. You probably want a relationship like that, like that always reassures on a daily basis, every single minute, texting, keeping in touch, Sometimes there's some moments where you guys don't, but that's okay. And that's the relationship you want, then find somebody to do that would do that for you. It's not gonna take a month, it's not gonna take a year, it's gonna take a while, okay? To find that right person for you. Okay. Let's say you're talking stage, okay? Let's say you're talking to somebody and you're delivered, you're open, and you're waiting for them to text back. This is the moment where you realize that maybe this isn't for you. Maybe you don't care about you. Maybe there's other boys on her phone. Maybe there's other girls on his phone. And you have time right now to let go of that before it gets you dig yourself into a deeper hole that's hard to get out of. You're gonna dig that hole. You're gonna keep digging and digging while they keep pushing you down, more and down, more down, and you're gonna find yourself that it's so hard to climb out of the hole because you've been spending your whole time digging. But you realize how bad it was for you. You didn't find the time. You didn't find let go. You didn't find the things that you wanted. And when you want to get out of that talking stage, it's gonna be so much more harder. You gotta leave. When you realize that this isn't the person you want, and you're probably talking to her or him because he's hot, but or she's hot, but that doesn't truly matter. Sure, it matters if that's what you want, but do you really want somebody that treats you, that leaves them delivered, and even though you want to talk all day, you want to call all day, and just leave them delivered, you don't want your phone calls, do you really want that? Or do you want that? Do you want that person that has good face, good attributes, but all he does is treat you horribly? Is that what you want? I'm telling you, please. Because I know you guys are only talking, you guys can't really communicate about that stuff. Maybe you guys are too deep in the talking stage, you guys can communicate about that stuff. But if you're not, get out of that hole, and realize that this isn't healthy for you. This stage where you guys are just leaving her undelivered, leaving her inactive, open to, that stage where you're overthinking all the time. If you don't truly want you, even though you want them, you gotta realize that this isn't for you. Okay, this isn't for you. And there's people out there that would do that for you. And you gotta realize that. Okay? I know it's hard. Stop waiting for that message. Stop waiting. Okay, it's gonna take time, or it might take your whole life to get that message. Okay, but don't let that ruin you. You don't wait for it. It's not that deep. Okay, I promise you, it's not that deep. Because if you're waiting for that message, and if you have to wait for that message, that bond between you guys isn't true. Because I know what you want. You want a person, a partner who reassures you all the time, who talks to you all the time because they want to talk to you, because they truly care about you, and that's what you want. And you realize that instead of settling for less, your standards should be high. They should be up here, okay? They should be very high. And the thing is, people lower their standards too much. They date any girl, and that becomes a rhythm. That becomes a rhythm where they date a girl, they go through the breakup, and they mask the pain by going to another girl, doing that. Find a girl of high standards. Find a boy of high standards. That makes you happy. That makes you happy. Okay. I know it's hard, but stop waiting for that message. Grow as a person. Grow to find somebody better. Because as long as you're waiting for the message, you're wasting time. You're wasting your life that God has given you. That your mom has spent 9 months pushing you out of her stomach just to get, and you're waiting for that one message. Really? To help getting rid of that void, to get rid of that waiting. Put your phone down. Maybe throw your phone. Maybe just put it down. Go into the strip. Do something else to distract yourself. As long as you keep stalking them and keep stalking when they're active on it, the more you're feeding that void in your heart, get rid of it. Okay, I know it's hard, but you're not alone. People are doing the same thing, and it's not easy. Okay, you're not alone. Stop waiting for that message. Stop checking your phone, man. Stop checking that phone. Put it down. Go to disturb. Focus on yourself. Focus on what needs to be done. Stop waiting for that message. Stop waiting for that right time. Just do it. Grow. Okay. You were put on this earth for a reason. Now show why you're worth it. I'm not saying to be perfect. I'm saying that you have to be the better version of yourself. Be that version of yourself that you've always wanted to be. Because it's always possible. It's never impossible. Okay? Don't give up. It'll be okay. I promise it'll be okay. You're not alone. Okay. Good luck. Stop waiting for that message. It's not gonna come. But I promise I'll get better. Good luck. Don't give up. Peace out.